Alright, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakolash, double honor unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone that surely do well. Peace and blessings unto the Archeum through the four corners of this world that continue to push this word in all diligence and in all sincerity. This is your brother here, Matanaya from the GMS Trinidad West Camp. This is Lamentations 1 and verse 21. It says, "They have heard that I sigh, there is none to comfort me. All mine enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. Let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me for all my transgressions. For my sighs are many, and my heart is faint." And the title or the topic of this video is going to be true recompense, true payback, true reparations. And we're going to explain what the true reparations, or what the rightful reparations are going to be according to the Holy Scriptures. Because Esau have this idea that, he could repay the damage he has done by giving us land, by giving us, each black person $1 million, by giving us animals. We don't want those things. And it will have jakes out there that, will be satisfied with receiving those things. But if you're walking in the light of this knowledge, you would understand that that is worthless. That is nothing compared to what we actually gonna receive, or what we're actually gonna do unto these Edomites or unto these heathens when it's our time to rule. And that is why the title is gonna be true recompense, because a goat or a acre of land or a hectare of land or $1 million could never be justice for what our forefathers went through during that time of hardcore slavery. So the scriptures say in verse 21, "Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me." And they're gonna be like unto us, because this year was really in the perspective of Israel, the nation of Israel. It was in that point of view, not specifically speaking about one person per se, but of the whole nation. So these heathens gonna be like unto us, the same struggle, the same dilemma we are in daily. They're gonna be put in that same dilemma, and Esau gonna face the same torment that we faced, the same hardcore bondage and more. You understand? And there isn't gonna be any, like how we get the freedom now, to have, to own a vehicle, or to own a house, or to own a car. They wouldn't have that luxury or that freedom. We read this precept in 2 Thessalonians 1 and verse 6. It says, "Seeing it is a righteous thing with God, or with the Most High, to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you." And I'm going to do two things. I'm going to look up the word recompense and the word tribulation. Recompense, it says to make amends to someone for loss or harm suffered, or compensate. What amends can they make to us, for whipping our forefathers, for lynching them, hanging them, using our children as alligator bait. Even going back to the time of Antiochus, killing us for not eating swine, killing us for keeping the Sabbath, throwing our babies off of a cliff or a height, for being circumcised. What recompense can they truly, receive? Scriptures The law in the scriptures, to sum it up, is an eye for an eye. You understand? In Numbers, I believe it's 35. Let me check 36 first. Not 36, 35. If it's not 35, it's 33. 35 and 33, it says, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood hath defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it." So that means, if you took a life and you pollute the land ain't going to be cleansed unless you took the life of the killer. You know? So that there is payback, that there is recompense, that there is righteousness in the sight of the Most High. Let me go back to the 2 Thessalonians. 1 and verse 6 again. And I want to look up the term tribulation as well. Tribulation. It says, "A cause of great trouble or suffering, a state of great trouble or suffering." It says from tribulary, Latin, press or press, from tribulum, threshing board, constructing of sharp points. You know, so a state of great trouble. You know, press, as it says below in the origin, press or press, and that is what they're doing now. So in the kingdom to come, what do you think they're going to receive? The same oppression, the same hardship, the same, bills, taxes, non-stop hours of work, and very, little to no sleep, very little to no rest. And that was one of the curses in the scriptures. Solo fit wouldn't have rest. So they're gonna receive the same thing, because the curses not gonna change it. The curse is just gonna transfer from us to them. We read Revelation 13. And before I read Revelation 13 and 10, we read Revelation 1 and verse 1. It says, "The revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, which the Most High gave unto him, to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified by his angel unto his servant John." And one of the key things that people forget of people intentionally leave out or not pay attention to is things which must shortly come to pass. So I'm going back in Revelation 13, and I read from verse 10 or from verse 9. It says, "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints." Didn't this happen? Didn't one nation of people lead another nation of people into captivity? Didn't one nation of people killed, oppressed, hang, beat, destroy another nation? Yes, it did. And who did it destroy? The people of the Lord. As the scriptures say, the apple of his eye. So what must take place? They shall go into captivity, as the scriptures say. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. It then say, well, maybe if the Lord, choose to forgive them. The Lord already said this alone should show that the Lord already choose recompense instead of mercy. if you read in the book of Hebrews, say Esau can receive mercy. Furthermore, in James 2 and verse 13, it says, for he shall have judgment without mercy that had showed no mercy, and mercy rejoices against judgment, and Esau showed no mercy. Let me read our precept, heavily laid yoke. Isaiah 47 and verse 6. It says, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy, upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. So you showed no mercy, you ain't gonna receive any mercy. Let me read this last precept here. Jeremiah 30 and verse 16. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Now, from the time Jeremiah wrote this to this point in time, which one of our adversaries went into captivity? You know? Which one of them we had in captivity? Let me rephrase it. Which one of them we had in captivity? None. We went from captivity to captivity. From Assyria to Babylon to Persia to Greece to Rome, then across in the West Indies or the Americas, you know, from captivity to captivity. So this is a prophecy yet to be fulfilled, and that is what we just show you Christians. You refuse to accept that these things are prophecy because in your mind, your pastor instill in your head that, you know, Jesus is gonna come to save the whole world. You know, so that would make these scriptures null and void. He said these things, and you know, he changed his mind. Read verse 17. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they called thee an outcast. And when you look up the word reparations, it means to repair. With the scripture saying verse 17, I will restore health unto thee. No fucking million or no car or no hectare or acre or lot of land could heal our wounds. The wounds is something spiritual. You know, only the Most High have the power to change our situation. Not anything physical. It's not something physical that you can amend. It says, because they called you an outcast, saying, this is Zion whom no man seeketh after. You know, so the Most High gonna bring destruction. He's gonna bring recompense. By the same means that we were punished, they're gonna be punished as well. And that is the true recompense. You know, so with that, I want to give all praises honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Yahushai Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of great men, so that surely do well. Peace and blessings unto Akim, through the four corners of this world, that continue to push this word in all sincerity and all truth. This is the brother Matsina from James saying Shalom.